Technology is thriving and it is impacting each and every business sector, be it healthcare, education, research, or innovation. And since the world is moving towards a new age of technology, the possibilities of employment are increasingly abundant. But people are not just looking for employment these days. In the context of past, never has there been such a large exodus of people seeking better prospects that include potential for high salary, remote work opportunities, flexible working circumstances, and office respect, etc. Data science, analysis, or engineering end up being one of the most sought after positions of current times. While all these three disciplines appear to be the same, the credentials and job descriptions differ greatly. But for those looking to make a quick switch to a different field without having to spend years studying, becoming a data analyst may be the right fit. And today, with this video, we are going to explore how you can launch this journey of becoming a data analyst. But before we do that, make sure you guys hit that subscribe button and bell icon so that you never miss any update from Intellipaat YouTube channel. First of all, let me help you contemplate what this field of data analysis is all about. Since all of us use mobile phones, we know that different companies are collecting loads of data all the time. But in its raw form, this data doesn't really mean anything. This is where data analytics comes in. Data analytics is the process of analyzing raw data in order to draw out meaningful, actionable insights which are then used to inform and drive smart business decisions. A data analyst will extract raw data, organize it, and then analyze it, transforming it from incomprehensible numbers into coherent, intangible information. Having interpreted the data analyst will then pass on their findings in the form of suggestions or recommendations about what the company's next step should be. You can think of data analytics as a form of business intelligence used to solve specific problems and challenges within the organization. It's all about finding patterns in a dataset which can tell you something useful and relevant about a particular area of the business. How certain customer groups behave, for example, or how employees engage with a particular tool. So if I have to put forward who data analysts really are, then I would say data analysts are the people who have capacity to convey a story that data entails. They take existing data and utilize technologies like SQL, Excel, and data visualization tools like Tableau to create visuals and reports that represent the current state of data. Besides that, while dealing with complex data, they also require a fair bit knowledge about R and Python programming. Not only the coding expertise, but this role demands a great understanding of mathematical skills, especially about statistics and probability. I hope you guys now understand the basic responsibility of data analyst. Moving forward, let me tell you guys about the career prospects this field brings to the table. According to the research done by careerfoundry.com, there are currently more than 86,000 open jobs worldwide that are seeking data analytics skills coupled with massive shortage of data talent. In many cases, these positions are no longer simply titled as data analyst. That's because nearly every industry benefits from data analysis, and data jobs are branching off into a variety of different niches. Niches such as finance, business, healthcare, e-commerce, and marketing. To help you visualize major types of organizations hiring data analysis, we have divided them into 5 categories. Those categories are business intelligence, finance, sharing economy services, healthcare, and entertainment. Business intelligence is one of the top 3 industries hiring data analysts right now. While doing a thorough sweep on Indeed, we found out that almost 20% of data analytics jobs currently open globally are in the business intelligence sector. Companies such as Amazon, VMware, Netflix, Paytm, Wipro, Hitachi, Oracle, LTI, EY, HTC, and many more are currently hiring candidates who possess strong analytical skills. Data analysts in BI sector combine data gathering, data storage, knowledge management, and data analysis to evaluate and transform big data into actionable insights that can be used to inform business strategies, operational optimizations, and other important decision making. If I have to talk about the paycheck about BI analyst, then in USA it averages around 87,000 US dollars per annum, and in India it averages around 8.33 lakh rupees. Then we have finance. Finance was truly the first industry to take full advantage of big data to advance their business ventures. Finance positions, especially fintech positions, are rather lucrative for data professionals. Plus, finance is responsible for a large chunk of jobs in the northern hemisphere. Finance companies like investment banks, venture capital firms, and consumer banks use data analytics to conduct risk assessment, inform investment decisions, spot trends, and make predictions. The big banking tycoons such as PayPal, Barclays, Morgan Stanley, JP Morgan Chase, Bank of America, Citibank, Deutsche Bank, BlackRock, Vanguard Group, Goldman Sachs, Allianz, and many more consistently hire data analysts who understand how the financial market works. The salaries for financial analysts in USA averages around 83,660 US dollars per annum, and in India it averages around 9 lakh rupees. Third up is sharing economy services. This field is kindly hot right now, and they are hiring data talent in nearly every urban area. Now you must be wondering what exactly are these sharing economy services are. Well, think about Uber, Lyft, Rover, Airbnb, Verbo, Zomato, Swiggy, Rapido, eBay, or Ola. All these companies fall under the category of sharing economy services. If you look into their apps and web platforms, you'll find services from ride sharing to grocery delivery to a room rent for night or pet care. And in all of them, data is used to sort tasks for workers, set prices, grow their use bases, drive advertising, catalog data, and recommend services. Furthermore, roles in this industry are usually simply titled as data analyst, data scientist, or data engineer. These jobs are essentially tech adjacent because the service that most of these firms are delivering is actually an application and web platform. The salaries for data analysts in the field averages around 83,600 US dollars per annum in USA, and in India it averages around 8 lakh rupees. Next up is healthcare. Data analytics is rapidly being employed in healthcare, an area that has historically depended mainly on paper data systems. Data in this context can drive insights on practitioner performance, determine drug makeups, sort clinical data, identify diseases present in images, analyze patient behavior, and much more. Healthcare is actually one of the slowest to turn to big data, but most certainly the industry that could benefit most from data analyst insights. With the rising stars like the ever-improving electronic health record system, healthcare and pharmaceutical apps, online patient portals, telemedicine and teletherapy, healthcare is blossoming into a data-heavy field with an abundance of career options. Companies such as CVS, Healthcare.com, Aster, United Health Group, McKesson Corp, Care Partners, Humana, Siemens Healthineers are consistently looking out for healthcare analysts. The salary for healthcare analysts in USA averages around 79,715 US dollars per annum, and in India it averages around 9.8 lakh rupees. Finally, we have entertainment. The entertainment sector is developing at a breakneck pace. Streaming services are dominating this sector and they are fueled by big data. Netflix uses data so well that they can propose movies to its viewers with an 80% success rate and save over $1 billion each year. Each user of a digital streaming service is churning out tons of data while they consume the content that subscription services offer. Everything from when a user paused, scrolled, clicked, what time they used the app, what the weather is like where they are, their demographic information, which advertisements they click on, and more is being collected continuously. This data is further used to drive revenue, tailor recommendations, and improve the offerings of streaming companies. Companies such as Amazon, Netflix, Disney, Comcast, Sony, Apple, AT&T, Tata Communications, HBO are always on the lookout for skilled data analyst professionals. The salaries for data analysts in entertainment industry averages around 79,715 US dollars in USA, and in India it averages around the whopping amount of 12 lakh rupees. Well, now that we know data analytics has abundant job opportunities in the market right now, and it's quite a lucrative job role that you guys can take on. Not only that, but its challenging nature allows you to gain that sense of satisfaction as well. So moving forward, let's try and understand how you guys can approach and launch your journey of becoming a data analyst. Well, actually there are two ways you could go about this career choice based on your experience. First scenario is when you are a fresher, and the second scenario is about when you have few years of experience on your back. Let's first discover how you can become a data analyst if you are a fresher with no knowledge about the field of data analysis. Well, the position of data analyst requires strong analytical skills. So being fresher, it's best if you start your data analysis preparation by revising concepts of mathematics. If you have completed the first few years of college, you already have learned all the mathematics required. Cool, right? Unlike data science, where you need to have a deep understanding of linear algebra, calculus, and further mathematical disciplines which can take years to master, most data analyst positions will require just the basic mathematics that you learned early on in your education. Therefore, this phase should be just a review of what you have already learned and possibly knocking the cobwebs of statistics and probability knowledge. After gaining some confidence in math, it's time to move on to the next phase, that is programming. Programming requirements for data analysts can vary widely across fields and positions. However, most data analyst positions can be fulfilled with the knowledge of Excel, SQL, and some simple Python or R. While Excel may seem old school, it's still much used and very valuable tool that is easy to learn and produces quick results that explain the current state of your data. Excel is mostly used for analyzing the data to determine summaries and trends. SQL is used to retrieve data for analysis from databases, whereas Python and R are essentially the two go-to data analysis programming languages used to derive insights from complex datasets. At the end of this phase, you should be able to write code. It's not like that you require extensive knowledge about these programming languages, except for the parts that are necessary for conducting the analysis. Third phase we have is understanding data analysis. Data analysis is the meat and potatoes of what a data analyst does. As a result, it's critical to understand how this procedure is meant to work. The process of carrying out this data analysis can simply be broken down into 5 parts. First one is determining driving question. This is important because recognizing the driving question or overall objective of the data analysis helps you set the stage for what data you need and what the results of the analysis should reveal. Then the next stage is data collection. It's important to understand what sort of data you need to collect, and defining the feature or parameters you need to answer your driving question will help you collect the right data for the job. Then comes third stage. Third stage in data analysis is data cleaning. This is the stage where we convert the collected raw data into something that can be analyzed. This involves amending or removing incorrect or irrelevant data, checking for data completeness, removing duplicates, or producing important values such as mean and average. Next stage we have is data analysis. Here you'll look out for insights within the data, including patterns, relationships among features, and possibility of prediction. Finally, we have interpretation. In this step, you can actually produce the visualizations of your findings, generating easy to understand dashboards, creating presentations that provide thorough key performance attributes are the major tasks involved in this stage. Well, just knowing these things is not enough. You'll require hands-on exposure to take on difficult industry projects. So it's always a better option to go for bootcamp certification, which can help you become the master of all these stages. Having said that, let's move towards the next phase, that is data visualization. I know, I have already covered visualization among the 5 points of data analysis. But it gets its own special phase here because it plays such a large part in daily tasks of data analysts. Being able to create compelling, accurate visualization is one of the fundamental cornerstones of this career. Therefore, special attention should be paid to these skills. You should learn about frameworks such as Tableau, Power BI, Data Wrapper, Plotly, etc. Alright, now that brings us to the fifth stage, that is gaining industry knowledge. By now, you have learned how to perform the data analysis, but we saw that data analysis expands across multiple fields from finance to healthcare. So it is critical that you gather the insights into what are the KPIs of industries, what sort of data you'll get to analyze, and how the industry functions, etc. After that comes the next stage, that is building portfolio. Building your personal portfolio is the most enjoyable aspect of this roadmap. You'll have the opportunity to create personal data analysis projects that will display your talents and convince companies that you deserve a place in their team. These projects should incorporate all of the abilities you have acquired thus far and be relevant to your intended industry. These projects should be one of a kind, inspired by one seen on the internet or pro bono work done for a small business in your region. A fast search on the internet may provide you with a plethora of ideas and datasets to get this done. Finally, the last phase we have here is creating job application and preparing for interviews. Well guys, by now you have developed the skills. You have built your portfolio. Now you just need to tie it all together and get that job. Mention your project's technical skills on your resume. Apply for different job openings on different web portals. Be patient. You'll get that interview schedule call. Meanwhile, start preparing for that interview. Go through different interview preparation questionnaires and also do mock sessions with your friends to gain more confidence. Now that we have gone through the roadmap for total beginners, it's time we divert our attention towards people with experience. For experienced people, the process of transition is tad bit easier since they have been into the industry for long and they have sensed how it functions. All they have to do is master the hard skills and provide the demonstration of the same through their portfolio. Well, let's look at the roadmap for experienced people step by step. The first step we have is getting familiar with fundamentals. This first step is all about immersing yourself in the world of data analytics and getting familiar with some of the key tools and principles. Actually, you can split this step into two parts. Part 1 will be embracing the theory behind data analytics, and part 2 will be getting hands-on with some key data analytics tools. Before you do anything else, absorb as much theory as you can about data analytics. Familiarize yourself with the kinds of analysis that data analysts must perform. Discover concepts such as regression analysis, cluster analysis, time series analysis, cohort analysis and factor analysis, etc. Next stage is commit to the process with structured code. Now it's time to get serious about your career change. While the internet is full of wonderful and free resources, it won't give you the structured approach or the hands-on practice that you need. If you want to become an employable data analyst, the most effective way to do so is through a specialized program or course. Intellipaat thus provides state-of-the-art certifications that are designed accordingly to different sets of industries that data analytics spans across. And it can definitely act as a ladder for your career change with an exciting salary hike. That being said, let's move to the next step, that is build your portfolio. Your portfolio is arguably the most important asset you'll have when it comes to applying for jobs. It showcases how you work and demonstrates to employers that you have not only mastered the right practical skills, but that you know how to apply them in the real world. Being an experienced person, make sure that you take on some of the complex projects out there in your targeted industry. Kaggle is one of the biggest resources of datasets, from where you can look into the number of problems uploaded by multiple companies. Try to tackle them and produce insights that can contribute towards the business. After done with that, the last phase will be networking, creating job applications and preparing for interviews. Networking can really speed up your process of career transition or change. So make sure you build that camaraderie with your colleagues and friends from the industry. After that, develop your resume and write emails querying about referrals. Be patient with the process. And meanwhile, arrange mock sessions with the people from the same field to gain insight into what improvements you need to make. that will allow you to contemplate the best way to showcase your skills and get that offer letter from the employer sitting on the other side of table. That's all we have for this video. I hope this video was informative for all of you guys out there willing to take your career to new heights with data analytics. I wish you all the best in your journey of becoming data analyst. Thank you for being here till the end of this video. If you have liked the video, make sure to hit that thumbs up button, and also don't forget to enable subscribe button to never miss any update from Intellipaat YouTube channel.